Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. I know you couldn't believe this, but this is my second green arrow in a row. Yes, it's a very minor green arrow. I got up by 100k places, which is absolutely nothing to be fair, but at least it's not a red arrow. If you take a look at everything, almost at everything, I've got a green arrow, and this is absolutely mind-blowing. Yes, my wildcard so far has been a success, and I think we can move forward with this team. Of course, I have no idea if I will be able to at all bench boost in 11, which are my plans for the upcoming weeks, but for now I think I'm in a pretty good position to do so. I have no new injuries and my team looks as solid as it could possibly look, and of course I will have a lot of free transfers moving forward. Let's now discuss firstly how I did in game week 9, because I did okay-ish. I've got some highlights, and of course I got some players that disappointed me again. Starting in defense, Donnarumma, a 2-pointer. Yeah, when they concede a goal, I expect a 2-pointer from Donnarumma, but I think City will continue improving defensively and will keep giving us the desired clean sheets that we require from them. In defense, the star of the defense so far, it has been Gabriel, and I think this guy is basically out of this world in returns and everything that can happen. 9-pointer again, without a goal, without anything, but just a 9-pointer, which is quite amazing. Yeah, clean sheet and 3 bonus, and that's from Gabriel. That's what you want from your defender. Clean sheet and bonus. Clean sheet and bonus. 9 points after 9 points after 9 points. He has been hella consistent, and I think that he has a lot of returns in his arsenal. No pun intended. Next up is Senesi. Yes, Senesi kept a clean sheet against Forest. Didn't reach the defensive contributions. He was very close. If I take a look at defensive contributions, no, he wasn't. He got 5. Last game he got 20. This game he has 5. But when Bournemouth are dominating, it's expected. 5-pointer, clean sheet, and I'm happy with it. A yellow card, yeah, it's not too good, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Cucurella, a 1-pointer. Once again, Cucurella, when I play him, it gets a little bit sketchy. They lost the game against Sunderland. That was unexpected, but at the end of the day, I was always going to play Cucurella ahead of every other defender on my bench, being Burn and Gay. And Gay, by the way, another week, another return for him. This guy has been consistent, and probably I should start picking him more than benching him. So with the better fixture run, I think I will be very good. In a very good position, I want to say. Moving into the midfield, Gordon, again, another disappointing week. Can he please score one of the UCL goals in FPL? Because I own him in FPL and I don't own him in UCL, and he scores where I don't own him. So yeah, please, Gordon, please, let's try to return at least an assist. I don't want a lot. An assist will be okay. Eze, the star of this team, this week scored a goal against his former team and got the 2-pointer out there. 11 points, pretty content with his return. Enzo Fernandez and all my Chelsea assets, yeah, they're in the bracket of didn't do the job, and yeah, 2-pointer it is. Saka, 3 points because of captaincy. He didn't do anything in particular, but he was very lively. I enjoyed him a lot, and I think moving forward he will keep delivering some returns, so I'm a very happy owner there. The other midfielder on the bench, Paqueta, thankfully I didn't start him. He was the lowest scorer midfielder from my team and the lowest score from all of my attackers, so finally I made the right decision benching him, and I didn't have points on the bench. Up front, Pedro, another blank. Now I think that he will... It's not a sell. Yeah, he plays Spurs, but after that it's Wolves, it's Burnley. I'm not selling before these games, and in particular when Delap returns into the squad. We will talk about Delap in the team selection. But yeah, 2 points. I'm more than happy to keep João Pedro for the foreseeable future. In the next couple of weeks, probably after the international break, I might be looking to offload him and jump on someone else. Bowen, an assist, finally, a return, and he did better than the both of my players combined. So yeah, I'm happy with Bowen in my team. And Mateta against Arsenal, I didn't expect anything, but the deliberation between Mateta, Burn and Paqueta, at the end of the day, it didn't matter. All of them got similar returns. Paqueta would have been the worst, but at least I got the semi-good decision. 47 points. The only reason I'm on a greenish arrow, it's because Semenyo, Bruno, and Haaland blanked. So yeah, if they have scored, it would have been a massive red arrow. It was a better green arrow, but Van den Ven, because he scored 22 points or something like that, 23, I don't remember the exact number, and a lot of teams around my rank still own Van den Ven, and for every point that Van den Ven gets, I lose points. So yeah, Van den Ven screwed my rank a lot, but it could have been way worse with Haaland and Semenyo thankfully blanking. So yeah, I'm above average, but yeah, my team, I think it has a lot of room of capabilities that it needs to reach it. Now let's go and see how I will be setting up my team for the upcoming game week 10. Speaking about managing your team, a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Futium. Futium is a football management game where you own your own club and you compete against other real managers in a league system with promotions and relegations. What I like the most about this game comes down to three main things. First and foremost, I enjoy the absolute control you have over your team. You can change everything in that team. You can pick a formation out of this list. It's an enormous list and you can experiment with your squad. You can select a captain based on the team morale. You can improve team chemistry in order for the teams to have a good mentality. And speaking about mentality, you can go as defensive as Prime Jose Mourinho, or you can go ultra attacking as Arne Slot and forget about defending. Secondly, the league system is brilliant. You can start in Division 8 and climb your ranks up to Division 1. And while climbing, you can earn some real life money. Lastly, it's very low commitment. You can just go and spend about 30 minutes per day on this game and you can be very competitive. You can lock your team and leave it for the whole season and it can play, and in the end you can still earn those rewards. If these things sound good to you, don't hesitate and follow the links down in the description and you can start building your team right now. Looking at my team, I think I am in an okayish position. Starting in goal, I have Bournemouth and Newcastle fixtures for my keepers. Bournemouth at home, it looks tough, but it's still Man City, and with Bournemouth, I expect more chances to be created by them. So maybe Donnarumma gets a little bit of returns here and there, and I think he can be in great contention to get the proper returns that he requires. Of course, the best situation for me is probably a 0-0 game and Haaland and Semenyo to blank once again, but then Senesi on my bench would miss a bit. But yeah, let's not get in predicament there. I'm starting Donnarumma in goal. Now in defense, I've got Burnley, Brentford and West Ham, and you're going to say, but West Ham against your Bowen? Yeah, I'm risking it. I think that there is a higher possibility for Burn to get a return compared to Bowen. So yeah, I'm starting my West Ham, my Newcastle player facing West Ham. Of course, Gay against Brentford. Brentford have been good, but now it's finally time to rely on Gay and now watch him blank. No, jokes aside, I think Gay is going to be a very solid option moving forward, and I'm a very happy owner. He's in the team of the season so far. Him and Gabriel are the only two players that I have that are in the team of the season, which doesn't speak too well for my team. But yeah, this is the team that I've already committed to, and I will see it through. Gabriel, of course, he is a very high contender of being the captain, but honestly, I want to keep it on Saka for now. Yeah, Burnley away, Burnley conceding goals for fun from set pieces, but I still feel like I will be opting for the penalty taker from that team. Of course, if I want to risk it, Gabriel, Burnley away, lights out. Saka, speaking about him, he came on as a sub in the Carabao fixture, scored a goal, so I think he will be fully fit for the upcoming game week 10. The other player from Arsenal, Eze, played a lot of minutes in the Carabao fixture, which I didn't like that much, but I feel like without Odegaard, Eze is nailed in that attacking midfield position, and I think he will continue delivering. Gordon against West Ham. West Ham are conceding from everyone, from every position. mainly from striker, so me missing Voldemar here is a big miss. But still, Gordon, West Ham away. Come on, now is the time for you to score a goal, man. Please score, or at least assist. I don't want a goal, I don't want a brace, I want an assist. That would be very, very good for me. And so penalty taker got a nice rest in the Carabao fixture, so I think he is good to go. Up front, Bowen, I already spoke about him. Newcastle at home. I feel like the Newcastle fixture is tough for him, but looking on my bench, Cucurella against Spurs, then Senesi against City, both of them away, Paqueta at home against Newcastle. I feel like it's Bowen ahead of them. Many of you will say, but why are you benching Cucurella? They play against Spurs. But Spurs have been playing alright. I know that they've lost in Carabao just right now and they are out of the tournament. But let's be real, they are fully focused on the Prem and UCL. And I think that Chelsea are conceding goals. And I think this is a fixture where I don't want my Chelsea defender in the game. So Bowen makes the lineup here. Joao Pedro, I was so happy to see the Delap being back on the field, but he got sent off in Carabao, and now we are witnessing once again either Gui with Pedro or Pedro up front, and it's going to be hard. Let's see how it goes, but yeah, I prefer him over everyone else on my bench. Mateta against Brentford. There were a lot of deliberations now with Nketiah fit, if Mateta is going to be rotated anymore. Nketiah is now injured once again in Carabao, and Mateta is more nailed than ever. He's the most popular boarding player. His percentages are skyrocketing, 16.2%. That is going to increase up to 20, at least in my opinion. And I think Joao Pedro's ownership will keep dropping because there is a direct replacement, 7.5 for 7.7, so now Mateta is even more expensive and it's getting harder and harder to do the transfer. But yeah, I feel like Pedro will keep dropping. The team is as it is. Saka captain, Gabriel vice captain if something happens and Saka doesn't play. I think that's the bench order that I prefer. I still believe that Haaland will score against Bournemouth. Yes, Bournemouth. Oof, that's tough because Bournemouth for sure will get defensive contributions and in particular Senesi. So maybe ahead of Cucurella, but that's a decision that I will take on deadline. I don't think it's going to be that pivotal, but I still might prefer Cucurella ahead of Senesi because Senesi doesn't provide that much of a threat. And let's say City win 1-0, Senesi will be on 4 points, but Cucurella might be on more. So yeah, I think the upside is for Cucurella. Area 1 goal. I am keeping him for next week, and that's it. A great team, a great setup, a nice captain finally against Burnley away. A lot of people will captain Haaland, but there is going to be talks about not captaining Haaland. I just don't see it, to be fair, but still I would be happily relying on Saka as my captain. Of course, there is going to be a deadline stream for you guys. It's going to be a little bit earlier because the first fixture is 5 o'clock on Saturday. I have a work to do on Saturday, so it will be an early morning stream before everyone else starts streaming, so we can speak about all of your stuff, and then you can ask even other content creators if you want their opinion. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the Futium game that is the sponsor of this video, mentioning them once again, you can follow the links down in the description. If you want, you can join my mini league, you can subscribe to the channel. I'm pushing for that 5k up until the end of the year. We have 2 months exactly until the New Year's Eve, so let's push for these 5k subscribers. This is going to be from me, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will be seeing you very soon. But for now, I'll be heading out. Bye.